Sierra Norris, the lawyer marketing in a different way. Yeah, so she's a Chicago lawyer, Sierra Norris. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I came across a few of her videos on like Instagram and TikTok, and I found it was a bit of quite a fascinating way to market a law firm. This is her law website, Sierra Norris, and she's got a movement where it's not a movement. This is her work as a lawyer, where she does criminal defense and personal injury work. And I just kind of found it fascinating because after her cases, when she's been successful, she does TikTok videos. So you can see one there: mood after winning a Class X felony, to the CPD officer that you're disgraced attorneys, and the baddest in the game. And it's especially in 2026, people are getting new ways to market the legal work that you do. You can see that she's involved in different causes, and I thought I'd just kind of take a look through some of the videos. Really, I'm not going to play the music. I don't want to get copyrighted and that. But so this is one of them. She's saying she's dancing outside the biggest criminal justice court after the not guilty verdict on aggravated battery, firearm, and armed habitual. So she's dancing outside that one. Very, very, very. That's kind of a different approach to marketing the work that she does, and she's been successful. This is another one. She's saying she's dancing outside the courthouse with my favourite client after the firearm case gets dismissed. And she's saying, it's given Tell Zeus Network. That's the baddies network. It's very interesting. Hold on, you know I don't play about my girls. Felony, aggravated use of a weapon, dismissed, day of trial, client looking at 1 year in custody and felony background. I went off. She says, boom. I'm so happy and proud of this young lady for standing tall. She was arrested and charged for a firearm found in the purse. I couldn't even be mad at the Chicago Police Department because the officers low-key knew it was BS from the jump, but they had to do their job. My client was a passenger in the vehicle. 3 other grown-ass men were also in the vehicle when the officers pulled them over. The firearm was done, but by some form of, I'm not going to say that word, it ended up there. 2 of the guys literally signaled to officers nodding their head, pointing that they do put it in there, but my client stayed quiet and the charge was put on her. I'm not going to go into more of that. So that's one of the cases that she was successful in. Let's go into another case.
Bench or jury.
So she's talking
but today I learned that an excellent attorney knows how to put their ego to side and realize when they made the wrong choice.
She's saying a story time about how she almost lost 2 felony trials today. So she's prepared to discuss when
no matter how many cases I've won, no matter how viral I go, I still, when I get that pit in my stomach or I doubt myself.
She's agreeing that she goes viral, and I guess it's working. It's a new way of doing business, I guess, in 2026, moving on into the 2030s, and this is where we are.
I still call my lifelines. I call my fellow defenders, my private defense attorneys, specifically my public defenders.
Yeah, so she's saying she's got a network, basically, that she talks to and consults with.
Especially the ones that are in the specific room that I'm in. Today, I had a young man who I had switched from a jury to bench. I had always thought jury, but something happened that made me feel like it was safe for a bench.
As far as I'm aware, like the difference between getting I think with the bench, maybe that's the judges who decide, and then, or with a jury, it's members of the public who decide on the verdict, something along those lines. I don't know, from my layman's knowledge anyway.
But that feeling didn't feel right. So once I went back to the case law and double checked some of the evidence, even though he was literally set for trial today, I had to go to the state, go to my client, go to his family and say, hey, look, I know that we were going to go to trial today, but I don't think that this is the right decision. And I don't think I made the right decision, and we need to back out.
So she's preferred to review, and maybe some of that's kind of critical thinking's probably made her successful in the case that she had. But yeah, there you go. Attorney Sierra Norris. It's fascinating, really, I'll be honest. Fascinating. This is a website, get your case started. And yeah, she's doing bits in Chicago and having an impact on justice, I guess, across America and the world, because I'm talking about this in England. Case dismissed. Anyway, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Done talking.